Okay, let me see here. I like submissive women.
That's fine.
Huh?
It's literally sexual preference.
Outside of the bedroom, I like submissive women.
That's fine.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No, cause there is a stereotype of like Asian women being submissive and shit, and I just don't think that's the way. Like maybe you have like an SM thing going on. I don't know if that's it, like what you're trying to say, but if you are like not in a relationship that both of you are okay with it and you expected her to be submissive, listen to you, like everything you said, I don't think that's reasonable.
I didn't say that. To me, submission is just willful cooperation. So I don't want a girl that's going to be a headache. I don't want a girl that's... I already have to go out into the world and compete with the world and contend out. I have my own business. So I already have a stressful job. The last thing I want to do is go home to a combative woman that's constantly... I don't want a challenging woman. I want a calm, relaxing, mellow, demure woman. And that's not to say that I want a woman that is a doormat. I want a woman who has her own thoughts and opinions, and who has strong convictions. But I want her to be cooperative, willfully cooperative.
I think that just breaks down into semantics too. I mean, like submissive is considered like you're the dom, but the way you're explaining it, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, being calm and mature and coordinative is not like exactly the same with submissive.
Well,
I know what you mean.
I mean,
get what
because
you're
a lot
saying.
of women are not. They want men to be leaders, but they're not prepared to follow his lead. So a lot of women will say, I want a guy who's ambitious. I want a guy who's dominant. I want a guy who's masculine. I want a guy who's X, Y, Z. But when he's ready to lead, you're going to want to be like, no, I want to do this. And just, you're not. Here's the thing. In a dance, I don't know if you guys are familiar with ballroom dancing. By the way, I fucking hate dancing. So that's another thing. Someone has to lead in a dance. If both people are trying to lead, that doesn't work. So a lot of women want the guy who has the characteristics that can lead, but they don't want to let him lead. And that's where I think a lot of the issues are. That's why I think there's a lot of issues in modern relationships.
I think it literally is so dependent on the relationship at hand. There's so many different, like it's such an umbrella category to be like dominant and submissive, because there's so many different things that can go into like a relationship or that kind, like the way I think of dominant could be very different from the way she thinks of dominant, or the way that she thinks of submissive could be very different from how I see it. Mm-hmm. So I think it's like, yes, it's obviously like, talking about dominance. I see what you mean. Like they want, if I wanted a guy who was dominant, I would want him to take the lead. Yes. But like for your thing, if you're saying like, I want a submissive woman who will do whatever I want, that's fine, as long as you're willing to understand that, a girl that you're talking to isn't like a girl that you're talking to, let's say like she doesn't realize that that's what you want until she's already in it. You have to understand that girls aren't gonna that's not their preference,
Sure.
So as long as you understand that, there's not a problem with that. It's preference at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I'll often meet women where they're at, but like ideally my preference is for women who are more submissive and who let me take the lead, who let me lead. As far as BDSM goes,